Back, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy YB, and today we're gonna be looking at my favorite YouTuber of all time, MKBHD. We're gonna be looking at his video about the iPhone 15 Pro 3 months review. The reason why this is important, give you guys a quick background on myself if you guys clicked on this video. I used to sell cell phones. Literally, I would have his videos planned when customers would come in and say, hey, is this phone good or not? And they didn't believe me. I would go to MKBHD's video on our display phones, and I would have his videos playing. So shout out to MKBHD. He helped me help a lot of customers make the right decision on the smartphone for them. So now we're going to be looking at his review. If you guys are looking to buy phones, or you guys looking for a cell phone review, or if you want to know some good plans or anything, hit me up in the comments below and I can definitely direct you that way. I used to work at Verizon. I used to work at T-Mobile. I used to work at Sprint. Rest in peace to Sprint because it's not around no more. So if you need any questions or anything like that, definitely let me know in the comments below. And I know some good sales reps and everything that can help you guys out. So let's hop into this video.
Is my titanium iPhone 15 Pro that I've been using.
I got this phone too. That mug is nice. The iPhone 15 Pro is nice.
I got the I want to do more longer term reviews. Not that 3 months is a super long time to have a phone, but in the usual smartphone review space, at least for me, it's 1 to 2 weeks with a phone before I'm summarizing everything from my experience and putting it into.
Hey man, make sure you guys subscribe and share. Definitely go to MKBH video. Tell him I sent you. Tell him I said again, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, man. Again, you helped me so much in my my smartphone sales journey. Just these videos has been great, man. So especially when the customers come in, they don't have a lot of trust. They think you're trying to sell them with something. Man, you can just have his video sitting right there. If you don't believe me, boom. And this is back when YouTube was first starting up too. So I've been selling cell phones for I sold cell phones from, man, a long time, for about 8 years. So, and he helped me out a lot. Back when we had the HTC Evo. The Evo from Sprint, when the iPhones first went to Sprint, I was there. So yeah, definitely shout out to MKBHD.
And so the longer I use a phone, the more I'm able to actually uncover about it, especially about the way I use it. So as someone who carries 2 phones all the time, and the iPhone typically is in my pocket for a long time, I have a lot more stuff for this iPhone. So first things first, I haven't put my phone in a case since the day I bought it.
That's
sometimes I regret
wild.
This. Sometimes I don't.
No
it's pretty
case,
rare that I
as
actually
a salesman,
drop my phone, and
don't
this
do
one
that.
also hasn't yet been dropped, but it does show some pretty normal signs of wear and tear. But it's nothing too concerning. Like I always start to get some.
Unless you want to unless you want to be using that Asurion plan, put a case on your phone. Definitely. Man, where's my work phone? I wish I had it with me right now. I would show you guys it. Man, I should yell for my kids and have them bring it in here. But definitely put a case on your phone.
Bigger cuts,
screen protector
like
too,
on my front display glass because of my refusal to put on a screen protector.
You know he got that.
And these here aren't any more or less than usual, despite the fancy ceramic shield. But I do really like the switch to titanium for the frame and the side rails around this phone. It looks way better than the stainless steel. It's also lighter, and I am also glad I went with this lighter color because this combo seems to show the fewest fingerprints. It looks the cleanest. Overall, though, I feel like I'm happy with this spec that I went with. Now, long-term behavior.
If you guys want to know some good cases, definitely go to the comments below. I'll leave a link to some the case that I have and some other pretty good cases for the phone if you guys want to look into that, but definitely go in the comments below and I got you.
There are 3 really interesting things about this phone. 2 of them I feel like I'm using way less than I thought I would, and 1 of them I'm using basically exactly as much as I thought I would. So first of all, in the camera.
Actually, let me show you guys something. Why you should use a case. This is a older phone that I have. You see the cracks in it, cracks in the screen and everything. So definitely get you a case. Definitely get you a case. It's the yeah. Get you a case. Just something like that. Just in case you ever drop it, you'll be all right. So definitely do that.
Of the Pro iPhone. This was the first year Apple announced this sort of neat multiple focal lengths feature. So you can hit that 1x button
I've never used this
and get three different focal lengths,
phone.
24 millimeters, then 28 millimeters, then 35 millimeter focal lengths.
I want to know, right? Everybody who has an iPhone 15 Pro, how does that work when you have AirPods, right? I have these AirPods, which they do not work. So, right, this is how I charge my iPhone, right? So I got it plugged into my laptop right here, right? So that's how I charge my iPhone 15 Pro, right? The thing that I dislike the most about the iPhone 15 Pro is that it's Type-C, and it's the thing I liked the most. I hate and like the most because, right, when I'm out, right, can't charge these with the same cable. You can't charge these with the same cable. So now I need two cables, to charge one phone. My biggest gripe is we need to be able to get this case with a Type-C on it, and that is what we need. Because without that, man, it is cumbersome having the two cables. So my car charger, I got to have two cables now to either charge my AirPods or charge my phone. So I would say that's the biggest issue right now. We need all Apple devices to go ahead and scoot over to that Type-C so we can carry one cable.
All with the same quality. I pretty much never use this feature. I don't know if that means I'm like not a true smartphone photographer, but I always just frame things at 1x, and that seems to be the end of it for me. So I just don't use that feature, even though our testing does show that it works. But I still think the new button they added to iOS 17, where if you zoom in on a photo, a crop button appears, and that actually crops the photo. That's significantly more useful of a feature for me, and I actually think for a lot of other people. But then the action button is another one. So this is a pretty big headlining feature on this year's Pro iPhones, this rare ability to actually customize something on your iPhone. So I definitely feel like the UI that they built into the settings is still one of the weirdest, most
I use that for my Google Assistant,
stapled in pieces of UI I've ever seen them do. But hey, it works. It's great. You can map the button to basically almost anything you want. But a lot of people made a great observation about the placement of this button when the phone first launched, which is like the reason that mute switch that we used to have was so great is because it was sort of tucked up in the corner and out of the way. So you could just never even think about it. Just leave your phone on mute forever and be fine. But Apple is very stubborn about placing this action button in the exact same spot where the mute switch used to be, which does mean it's kind of out of the way. It's a little bit annoyingly not very reachable, especially when you use the phone with one hand. So when I first got the phone, I mean, I was going nuts with all the possibilities of the crazy things that I could think of to do with it. First thing I did was map it to Google Assistant, since I never use Siri, but having a quick toggle to the Better Assistant is hilarious and more useful to me. Then I later briefly switched it to toggle starting a new voice conversation with Chat.
Question, y'all. How many of y'all actually use Siri over Google Assistant? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm definitely a Google Assistant and a Siri kind of person, but I use Google Assistant way more.
GPT, so the ChatGPT chatbot has its own voice, and you can have a voice conversation with it, and it's really cool, but it isn't the most useful thing in the world. Like, it's cool that it can do complex math and reasoning and generate new things for you, but then it can't see your calendar or tell you the weather or do anything current events related. So that didn't last long. So then I switched to starting a new dialog box for a new task in my to-do list app of choice, Tick Tick. And this one's pretty cool. You hit the button and it literally opens a text box and you just start typing a new task. Really, really nice if you just happen to remember something somewhere.
I may use
but
that.
I also totally still have the muscle memory to just go home and open the app whenever I need it. I also have a lock screen task to do that, so it was a little bit redundant for me.
Use it
so
for
I've
camera.
ended up with my action button just being set
Use it for
to
camera.
Open the camera. And that's the fastest, most...
See, I don't use mine for camera because I'm be honest with you. I'm be really honest with you. I don't take a lot of photos, so I don't use mine for cameras, but I'm always using my Google Assistant, so I use it for that. But yeah, it's a good thing to use it for. But I would say camera would be the second best option for that button.
Convenient way to get to the camera for me. Yes, there is a lock screen shortcut also, but I just find that if I'm doing something and I just need to quickly get a picture of something that's happening, or something's about to go away, I don't want to miss it. Like, I just have this muscle memory now to just hit that button and just take the photo. You can actually have it open to take a selfie or take some other types of photos or videos. I just have it open the viewfinder, and I'm good. So then, of course, USB Type-C was the biggest headlining feature of this newest generation of iPhones, hilariously enough. Slow USB 2.0 speeds on the base iPhone 15, but then USB 3.2 speeds on the 15 Pro and Pro Max, which makes a pretty big difference when importing tons of ProRes footage, even if it isn't Thunderbolt speeds yet. First of all, thank you, Europe.
Yes, it's definitely helpful when you are uploading reaction videos and transferring the videos over. That helps a lot. Shout out to Europe as well.
It's about damn time. Even as someone who is a pretty heavy wireless charger user, I do have to say it is much nicer. It's been great to just have one cable to charge almost everything, from this iPhone to any Android phone to the iPad Pro to my laptop. But unfortunately, I have not been able to get rid of my Lightning cable just yet, because there are still other things in my ecosystem, in Apple's ecosystem, that haven't switched to USB-C quite yet. Mostly because
I think I'm gonna have my daughter bring my iPad Pro real quick. Taylor, bring my iPad Pro. I want to show it in my video.
AirPods Max is my headphones for traveling of choice, and I still have to carry the Lightning cable everywhere just to charge those. But there's also still the Magic Keyboard and the Apple Magic Trackpad. I really don't know how long it's going to take Apple to go through and also update all of these things to be USB Type-C. But I guess
he's having the same issues that I was having. I told you it's hard to have multiple cables to charge. But here's my iPad Pro, so you guys can see it. The best thing about the iPad Pro, right? Again, Type-C cable. Could easily plug it in. Same thing with my iPhone that I'm currently shooting this video on. Yeah. It is amazing. Type-C helps a lot. Transfer a lot of stuff. I can airdrop this video to my iPad and plug it into my computer to get the files off. So it does come in handy. But shout out to MKBHD though.
A little while longer until
having the same issue that I'm having.
All that stuff. The AirPods Max came out at the end of 2020, so word on the street is they may be due for a refresh sometime soon. But we don't know. Definitely get subscribed to see the review of the new ones whenever they do come out, but as of right now, they're still Lightning. So there have been several software updates to the iPhone 15 lineup since it came out. It launched on iOS 17, which made all types of headlines, but then we've already made it to iOS 17.2.
I'm one update behind,
The new Journal app is live now, which I have a few friends that use, but I don't use it. There's, of course, been a bunch of bug fixes and optimizations since we heard about, the Instagram app and those random heat problems. Those seem to also be fixed and gone. And there's also a curious new little button in the camera app. So if you go to Settings and then Camera and then under Formats, there's a new toggle to be able to record spatial video for the Apple Vision Pro. So things seem to be lining up, interestingly, for the Vision Pro to actually launch sometime in January or February, which should be pretty cool.
Question: how many people are looking forward to the Vision Pro? Definitely. I ain't got the money for it. I ain't balling like that. I got this many kids, that's 6 fingers, so definitely ain't got the money for the Vision Pros. But what do you guys think about it? You guys gonna grab those bad boys or not?
And if you remember watching that one demo of spatial videos on the Vision Pro, yes, you can record them on the headset, which looks hilarious, but you can also record them on an iPhone, specifically only on an iPhone 15 or 15 Pro so far because of the horizontal alignment of the main and ultra-wide cameras. So if you go into the camera app with that new check toggled in video, there's a little headset icon. And if I select that, I'm now shooting that special spatial video, which means a few things. First of all, you must turn your iPhone sideways to landscape because your eyes are next to each other, not on top of each other. And it also will limit you to 1080p 30 FPS because it's actually processing 2 streams of video at once. One from the primary camera that you can see, but then the other one from the ultra-wide camera for your other eye. So you can go crazy right now and just go out and start shooting a bunch of spatial videos on your iPhone, but if you go watch them on your phone, they will look just like normal videos because it's only going to play back the video from the main camera. If you want to see and appreciate the spatialness of the video, you will need an Apple Vision Pro. Now, I've actually gotten to experience the Apple Vision Pro a few more times since that initial preview video that I did from Apple Park.
Must be nice.
Flex, I know, but what I've actually gotten to do with it is shoot a bunch of my own spatial videos and then watch them back on the headset. And the main thing I really learned is...
See that little quick humble brag? Yeah, no, I got to still play with it. I feel you, MKBHD, man. That's why we love you, though, man. Definitely get to use it as much because we are waiting for that review. Because when he drop it, I'm going to drop one right after. We're reacting to that bad boy because I want to know what he got to say about it. I want to know everything he's going to be able to do. I want to know if Apple's going to deliver since I can't personally touch it with these magical hands right here, these legendary hands right here. Definitely gonna be waiting for his video so we can definitely take a look at that bad boy.
They look okay. I think the dramatic part is like when you get the subject within 2, 3, 4 feet of the camera, then it's like really dramatic, kind of like a 3D movie. Then you see things popping out at you. So pro tip, if you're gonna take a bunch of spatial videos now, that's the sweet spot for it to actually be worth it. Oh, and also another pro tip. It took me months to learn this, but if you ever have anything happening on the dynamic island, you can swipe across it to hide it or change the view style in case you're annoyed by like a train ticket or an Uber delivery that's taking up space up there or something you just don't want to see up there anymore. So go ahead and swipe. The more you know. So clearly, the more you know. You don't have to upgrade your phone every year or every 2 years or very often at all. But the more I use this phone, the 15 Pro, the more I'm confident that this is one of the good years to upgrade. From the updated cameras to the USB Type-C to the titanium.
I went from 11 to the 15.
There's the concept of an upgrade sweet spot, and I feel like this phone hit it, especially for people with much older iPhones. So I'll leave you with this. In the original iPhone 15 Pro review, I compared this phone to...
Yeah, I went from the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 15, so I definitely know what he means by it's time to get that update. If not, if you have like 11 or 12 next year, should be even better, a better time to update. But it's been a really good update, it's really good change. Me and all of my older children who has iPhones, we definitely all use them. So if you have a kid that's a teenager and they don't have an iPhone, that's gonna be pretty rough. I feel bad for them if they go to school. The kids are brutal these days. You got that green bubble popping up.
In that the design doesn't really change a whole lot from generation to generation. They instead spend a really long time refining and honing in on a slightly better version of the same thing. So I just turned 30 recently. Still weird saying that out loud.
Oh,
but
okay, I see.
My 30th birthday, I decided to take that plunge too. Yes, it is matte black. But I can now say that once you start living with a 911, you actually appreciate that strategy just a little bit more. It is not flashy. It's not dramatic. It's boring. It's predictable. It's familiar. Confidence inspiring. Also, this entire video, every single shot was shot on an iPhone 15 Pro. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yep, see, every one of these videos, this is my video. He shot his on the 15 Pro. I'm saying mine's on the 15. I knew MKBHD was boys, bro. He did the same thing that I did. You see, yeah, we in there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you guys did, please like, subscribe, and share. Definitely go to MKBH Video, do the same. Let them know I sent you. Just remember, through our actions, me and you, through positive activity,